I just got an error I never received before. Thank God I was able to fix it. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm not quite sure what changed on YouTube. I got an error here. I have duplicate keys. I've never seen that error before. Thank God I knew my way around computers. Otherwise, I would have been lost. Okay, today is Tuesday, and my little spiel, if anyone would like a reading from me, feel free to call me on my YouTube number or text me. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. I want to say hi to everyone and thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Marilyn H. and Dago, Maxine Ladusa, Unconditional Love Tower, everyone, Patricia Everson, Judy Gordon. Okay. I am sure all of you heard that the special counsel is in the process of releasing the report, and Trump is trying everything to prevent that from happening. And I'm not sure. Trump knew the report was coming, and like I said, the Greenland a distraction is Greenland a distraction. That's what I meant to put there, but there isn't enough space in the title. So, but anyway. The Greenland thing is a distraction, okay, because he thinks he can suppress the news media from talking about the report, because Greenland is a juicier story, and basically it seems like it's working, but it's not going to last. Intuitively, I feel Garland feels like he failed. He won't admit it, okay, but he knows the delay that they ran into, and that caused, 4 years. It's been 4 years since Trump left office, and he didn't do anything. He made a lot of missteps. It feels like to me I can't prove anything since I'm not a DOJ employee, I don't even understand the legal system. Not legal. I don't understand the legal system either, but I have no background in law, but he is trying to find a way to remedy his mistakes, at least to keep people from pounding on him the way a lot of people, Blue Sky, among other platforms, are saying it's his fault. Trump is going back to the White House, and he didn't accelerate the situation and get Trump, and for us to see justice. It didn't happen. So I feel that's very much on his mind, and he's going to do the right thing unless, and I'm sure intuitively, because like I have said before, Canon has connections, and as we know, she is part of, I don't know if it's the Heritage Foundation or something like that, where they get lawyers to become Supreme Court, whatever, justices. So she gets messages what the big guys, like the Leonard Leo and company, what they want, what they expect from her as far as protecting Trump, because Republicans don't really care about Trump, as we know. Trump is a means to an end. Republicans are planning to keep power for as long as they possibly can. So Trump right now, I hope him and his family, Don Jr. is in Iceland, they are prospecting, I guess, their new territory. Yeah, it's a distraction, but the way Don Jr. is carrying himself like a bunch of, schoolboys, instead of taking the situation that they are in seriously. To me, intuitively, what Trump and Republicans are doing is fraught with danger. And that includes Elon Musk as well, because I'm sure all of you have heard that he's antagonizing Germany, Great Britain, among others. And the French President Macron gave a speech and he basically called out Musk. That's not the type of things that you want. And I'm sure this morning you've heard Zuckerberg is doing certain things to please Trump as well, because Trump is guiding him on how to go about doing anything on his platform, whatever they call it, Facebook or Meta. Yeah. You know, do you guys remember a while back when I was talking about dictators and their sycophants, how to behave? I never thought, because in Haiti, since that's what I know, people do things because they don't have the means to, they need money, they need something, a way to get some money to feed themselves and their families. So if they do certain things, it's not that you like it, but you like, as long as they're not killing anybody or doing anything bad, you close your eyes. You don't criticize them. But in this country, where there are a lot of opportunities, and these people, they don't need money. Zuckerberg doesn't need any more money. Well, Musk is just a jerk. He's ignorant, and he wants to bring what existed in South Africa and the Nazi Party to this country. And that's what he's trying to spread all over the world. It's not going to work. Bezos, these people, I was thinking about this last night intuitively. I was connecting all of them. They are all the same people. Greedy, power hungry. They want to be the first, whatever. They don't think in terms of people anymore. They think in terms of how much money I have, how much money you have, and they start weighing. That's why, COVID was a good equalizer. I'm sorry, I'm being morbid. Okay? It didn't matter how much money you had. When COVID is choking you, it's going to choke you. We all go the same way. These guys, they don't think that way. They don't see us, that we are an asset to their companies if they were to do the right thing. Instead, like I've said a couple of years ago, they want us to be their slaves, their serfs, or whatever label you want to put on it. It's all about them, the 1% of the 1%. Well, not all of them, because there are a lot of very rich people, wealthy people, who won't touch these people with a 10-foot pole. But nonetheless, those 4 or 5, if not more, there are more, okay, they are giving a bad name to the rest. But I'm sure the rest will find ways to let us, to make their voices heard. But this is going to blow up in their faces as well, because regardless, they're selling something. They have to make money. And guys, I know the money that they have is astronomical. It's very difficult to imagine how they can fail. But let me tell you intuitively, they can. And if they are not careful, they will. Because this moment, the Trump moment will pass. What are they going to do? Just like Elon Musk, right now he doesn't know what to do with X. You won't know. I don't have proof of it. But it's an embarrassment for him. And when this is over, Tesla continue to lose market share, and a lot of other companies are gearing up, and they are better at making cars, and they can do it better looking than Tesla, and the government shuts them down. I don't know how many of you are aware that he's under investigation. But to go back to the original point I was trying to make, Don Jr. is acting like, a little boy. He's in Greenland. All those approaches, those things Trump are doing, just like other dictators in other countries. And I was hoping Americans would be a lot smarter, but they're not, to learn from these people. Trump is so drunk on power now, you guys, it's unbelievable. And there are things that are going to happen that will bring him down to earth very fast. Back-ended intelligence reports that are to come out. Those the special counsel report. We may not see everything because Cannon is on the side of Trump, as I just said, friends of friends telling her what they expect. Okay? But all these people, maybe my father was psychic and I didn't know about it. I thought it was only my mom. My mother always said, this country, they give you a lot of leeway, there are a lot of opportunities, but you have to know how far to go. Because you may find yourself in a very bad and messy situation. And my friends, I know right now it doesn't look like it. All those guys that you see today, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Musk, Peter Thiel, he's going to lose that lawsuit. So one of you posted it and I forgot to mention it. Basically, again, the way they got to where they are, they cheat. Peter Thiel is involved in a lawsuit because of an app they call Honey, who was cheating other sellers. That's it. I won't get into it because you guys can look it up. Why Peter Thiel is getting sued because of Honey or something like that. You will see. Okay, he was using the application to cheat vendors from commissions or money. Okay, but that's what they do. It's going to come back to bite. All of them. It's not going to happen. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to happen within the next 2 to 3 years. It's going to take longer. Okay? But the notion that those guys, they're projecting invincibility, that is not true. Like I told my brother, one of my brothers, I said, Elon is not heading in the right direction. He may lose his fortune. Yeah, he'll be a multimillionaire. Okay, but he's going to crash because right now he's under three or more investigations from the feds. He did not declare some of his trips, communications, and meetings with other people. He's supposed to declare. What is he hiding? Right now, Trump is going to be there. He may get a pass. Not 100% sure. Because once Trump moves to the White House, a lot is going to change. I was talking about that last night. But like I said a while back, there is going to be a falling out between Trump and Elon. I would not be surprised in the not too distant future after Trump, a couple of months or so, after Trump moves into the White House, that you start seeing this happening. Because I don't know how many of you heard, and I told you, Trump doesn't like what Elon is doing. I don't think I spoke about it yesterday, so I'm going to repeat one more time. Maggie Haberman said this, prove what I was saying to you. Okay? And intuitively I feel Elon will be shut down. Although those nice government contractors, government welfare he's receiving, he's going to be shut out. There are other companies who can do what he's doing. Just like Tesla, he was trying to make people believe he invented the whole thing. He bought the company. He did the same thing with all of the companies he has. He didn't develop anything. But there are other very smart people who are working very hard, who are producing the same thing he's got. The only thing is he was better at lying. And people like me, or my skin shade, can't get through because they shut you out. But that's going to end. I feel like saying that's going to take at least somewhere around 3 to 4 years, because these things don't happen overnight. But Trump is not heading in the right direction, like I have said. This is a wrecking ball. And as I'm saying this, I know, if I'm sure all of you have heard of Rick Wilson. His picture just flashed in front of me as I'm talking. He said something, I believe they said he said it yesterday. Trump will self-destruct if he doesn't change course. These guys, they have connections. I don't. I spend my day here doing, some readings to earn some money and, keep my hands busy on trying to figure this out. I have a couple of people, like, nobody exceptional, like, people, some of you who ask me questions or I talk to, but nobody outside of that. I don't have the type of connections that Rick Wilson has. The reason why I'm saying this is to prove to you he's connected. He gets information. I don't. I get mine intuitively. So he basically, the reason why I'm mentioning him is to let you know that he's confirming what I have been saying to you. And that is what's coming. And he thinks that Trump can change course. Intuitively, I don't think so. And let me say something else. That report, the Jack Smith report, I don't know how much of it is going to be released. It's going to have an impact on Trump as well. Okay? On top of other intelligence reports from the international community, we don't know where they came from, but they're gonna have receipts. Trump did this, and they're gonna say, oh, this happened, that happened. They're gonna show how, when, and how, and who was there. Those type of things are coming out. So Trump and his family have no idea what's coming. They're too stupid to understand. They are on a very slippery slope. And he's not going to recover. He cannot make a U-turn. He cannot change course. And let me tell you one more thing. I sensed something this morning. Remember I said yesterday, Susan Weil, the Trump's chief of staff, sometimes around this time next year, I would be surprised if she still works for Trump. But, I did it last night or this morning. I was thinking about this whole situation because, I have to admit, the past couple of mornings, I wake up thinking about where we are as a country and where things are going. And I believe it was this morning, I've been saying to all of you, I don't see Trump in the White House. Okay? I don't know why this morning I had a sense that Susan Wild and a couple of other people are going to be the presidential job. Do you guys remember when they said there was a president who was ill? His wife was directing and doing everything behind the scenes, and we didn't know. I'm not sure why this. I felt and I sensed this morning. Don't be surprised. For whatever reason, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know. When I get messages or visions, I don't get all the time why. Just like I said a long time ago, Trump was going to prison. I didn't know why. All I knew was I told you, those of you who have been with me for a long time, I saw him in court. I told you that. And I said, he's going to go to prison. Let me tell you, Trump will go to prison. It may not look it right now. The only way Trump won't go to prison is if he dies. That's it. If he doesn't, he's going to prison. But the slippery slope Trump is on right now, there is no recovery. Because the power, or everything, he just keep barking stuff, and people around him says how high. The Republican Party say how high. So he has no way of gauging the limit of what he can do, and it's going to blow up in his face. Even Republicans. And let me tell you one thing. Even Mike Johnson would turn on Trump. Nobody will care, because we all know what he's about. He's dumb, and Trump is telling him what to do. He's a sycophant. He's not a leader who can direct anything. And that's most of the Republican Party. They're a bunch of lowlives. You know, like that woman, I forget her name. She went in front of Trump Tower, you know, talking and, you know, doing some kind of pilgrimage. I forget her name. She's like a nut. But that's those people. The woman from New York too is that way. I don't remember her name. The woman who took Liz Cheney's spot. Her too. And I believe it was in Mado last night. She was presenting, you know, what all the Republicans said on January 6th, and a couple of days later, what they were saying and what they are saying today. So, and these things will haunt these people. I guarantee you. But my friends, what I see coming, yes, me too, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my God, am I going to have to, how am I going to, I have my plans to deal with this, not to let it affect me, because every day when you reach my age, you know, every day is a blessing, and you try to make the best of it. At least you try to do things that you enjoy. You don't think about, I almost said something, people like Trump. But it's a challenge. So I understand a lot of you, but just know that this will end and it will be glorious to see these people fall and how they are chased out. If you remember Trump's last day in office, the first time around, they were crying. Well, this time, crying won't be enough. They will be uncomfortable. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Because for a lot of them, they're going to be behind bars. That's my prediction. So my prediction is we're going to see some of that report. Cannon is going to do everything she can to give Trump a pass. The Supreme Court has had enough with him, believe it or not, except for Thomas. Alito as well, but not as much. Alito is very concerned about where this is going, because that's not what they expected. This is taking a life of its own. It seemed like they weren't told everything. And Robert is concerned about his legacy. So there is a lot there among, the others. They have their own issues, but, and also that's the turf. They know if Trump gets too much power, just like in Russia and other places, he just bark orders at them they're supposed to execute. And they don't want that to happen. So there is a lot, and it's not because, they're all looking out for themselves at the turf. It's not about the country. But I said not too long ago there have been meetings, people talking to one another about Trump, Project 2025, and other things. They have realized that this is not what we want. And they don't want to follow people like Orban and some of those ignorant people. I believe that the president of, oh my God, there's a South American country. He's either an artist or something, that he's putting his poor people through such austerity. It's crazy. A lot of people are in poverty, because just like Elon Musk, is saying, so far it's a saying. Elon Musk is asking for everybody to tighten their belt. But this guy has started doing it already. I don't think it's Venezuela. I don't remember which country he's from, but he's some idiot with curly, dark hair. He looks like he's in his 60s probably, but he looks older, and he thinks he's younger, and some stupid, ignorant guy. I don't remember his name. Let me see if one of you know who I am talking about. I feel like saying Millie. Not Millie. His name starts with an L-I. I'm looking to see if... Argentina, I believe you're right. Lowen Hibbert. I don't remember his name. But yes. All these things that they would like to do to us, it's going to fail. And Republicans, those who are reluctantly following right now, will turn on Trump. MAGA will turn on Trump and his family and everything else because they're not happy already. So my friends, thank you, Jesus Arias Jr., Javier Milei. That I knew it was, I keep hearing Milei. Milei, Javier Milei, thank you. I said, no, I was concerned about saying Milei to begin with because that's what I felt I was hearing. Okay, that's him. Oh, what a bozo that guy is. But anyway, we will see the report, and Trump is not going to be able to get away with it. Laura Guerrero says Jack Smith was temporarily stopped from releasing the report. If Trump didn't do anything wrong, like he claimed, then why would he not be okay with it coming out? Well, exactly. It's because he did something wrong. No, I don't know unless Canon just released something just now, but I've not heard anything that's preventing. It's not Jack Smith that's going to release the report. It's not up to Jack Smith. It's up to Garland. But we're going to see. Okay, because let me say this. I'm not going to get into it a lot because plenty of people are going to be talking about or have been talking about it, and you're going to hear a lot about it. Oh, okay. Joel Jason says Canon blocked it. Canon is blocking one. She cannot block the whole thing. Okay, so I'm not surprised. I was right. I told you guys she was going to do it. Okay. Thank you very much, Aline Forney. So, but Smith will just go to the 11th Circuit, and now it's a question of time. Okay, time is of the essence, and that's what they were talking on about last night on Odano. Okay, but then to whatever I feel, we're gonna see. Like I said, I don't know how much, but we will see. And don't fall for the hype. It's a facade. Trump will crash. That's my prediction. Him, and everybody around him. And let me tell you who's very worried. Vance's wife. Because she is beginning to wonder what's coming. This is not looking good for Vince. She's wondering, and she's spoken to Vince. Be careful. She's warned Vince, but he's on the guy. Whatever he does, that's up to him. But watch that space. I mean, this is not looking good, my friend. Garland also had MAGAs working for him. Yeah, I'm sure. But it's going to, we're going to see part of the report. Trump and, Cannon can do whatever he wants. Watch. The 11th Circuit is going to, I don't know when they were supposed to release the decision, because Jack Smith appealed that shenanigan that Cannon said, special counsel was not confirmed by the Senate, that doesn't exist or something like that. Yeah, right. Joyce Matthews said Vince won't listen to a mere woman. Well, let him not listen to his wife. It won't end well for him either. But friends, hang in there. Right now, we're not feeling very good. Okay, but it's dark before the light. It gets really dark, and then the light comes. Start to shine. Very little, and it comes out. Watch that space. So hang in there. Don't let that Greenland stuff distract you either, because that's all it is, a distraction. So hang in there, everybody. Yeah, this is it for today. I'm trying not to make my stream too long. Isabel Capote says, Milo is such a comforting voice. Thank you. Well, that's part of my job. That's why people watch, hopefully people watch the channel, because when you watch the news, they give you this one-sided stuff, or it's like in a silo. You can't think out of the box, or they scare you to death. Okay, Trump is going to do this, Trump is going to do this, Trump is going to do this, and they scare you. That's why a lot of people, that's why the news media right now is suffering. Everything is one-sided. Trump is going to do this to you, he's going to do that to you. But when you come here, I said, yeah, I hear Trump is sending his son to Greenland, but they can boot him out too. But I don't know if you hear, they said that his visit is not official. Okay, so my friends, let's hang in there. We'll get through this. And like I said, if Trump doesn't go 6 feet under, he will go behind those bars. That's I have to find a way to word this in a nice way, so it becomes a saying. If he doesn't go 6 feet under, he will go behind bars. So I have to think about this. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We'll negotiate a time that's good to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow, unless something major happens later, but I doubt it. Till then, bye everyone.